the Melbourne International Games Week, a celebration of games created by Victorian developers. And as with tradition, here are 5 different games I tried out from this particular Games Fest. The Melbourne International Games Week is a festival of games celebrating games created in Victoria, Australia. I'm gonna level with you, I don't really know that much about Australia, I've never been there before, but it seems like a pretty nice place. So without further ado, let's begin then. This game is called Completely Stretchy and Uncomfortably Sticky. It's a 3D first-person platformer with one main gimmick. Your hand is the grappling hook. You can use your hand to rappel yourself up as well as swing around. The only thing I can really comment is that the game doesn't seem to run that great. The demo also doesn't seem to have any graphical settings either. And while this game does support controller input, the unfortunate truth is that there's no sensitivity options, and the default sensitivity option for controllers is really slow. So your best bet is to use mouse input controls for this game right here. Other than that though, this is one heck of a game, man. You should give it a shot. It's the first person Spider-Man game I never knew I wanted. Next up is The Last Stand Aftermath. Where have I heard that name before? Wait a minute, it's by these guys? That's pretty cool, they're making actual games now. This is a survival horror game with roguelike elements, based on a series of wave defense games that I played in like middle school. You know, Flash games. Remember those? Too young to remember those? That's what I thought. The game does not hit 60 FPS, I'm not even gonna try that. But with a 40 Hz cap, it seems to hit 40 for the most part. There are some occasional dips every now and then, but it's nothing too bad. And you know what, the game's pretty fun. This next demo is definitely the weirdest one on this list. This is Dap. You play as Dap, one of the Daps, and there are many Daps in this world. And this right here is a very cutesy, very adorable, extremely terrifying action-adventure game. The art style is very surreal and it's very haunting to say the least. It's almost like Princess Mononoke, but scary. And the game constantly puts you on the edge, always just a little bit on the verge of death. For not just you, but for your minions as well. Constant tension, always tense, always on the edge. That's the hallmark of a true horror masterpiece. This game's already out, so I'm probably gonna check it out after this video is uploaded. And this next demo is called Conscript. It's a top-down survival horror game, much in the vein of Resident Evil, but rather than facing against zombies or other supernatural elements, instead you're a soldier in the First World War. There are plenty of games out there that tell the horrors of war, especially set in World War I and World War II. But it's oftentimes rare to see a game present war as the horror itself, especially when you have war games that depict famous battles, especially the Battle of Verdun. The combat experience isn't meant to be a very smooth combat experience. It's clunky, it's somewhat awkward a little bit, but you know what? It really adds to the feeling of tension. Now, it might just be me, but it really adds to the feeling of being just a soldier on the battlefield and not a one-man army. Still, this is a very intriguing game and it's got my attention. The next demo I wanted to try out was called Lovesick Darlings. This right here is a visual novel, however, it definitely starts you off with an error message. Some sort of Red Pie error message. But hey, there's a convenient little option to ignore that, so we're gonna ignore this error message. Anyways, we're gonna play this family-friendly... Wait, okay, maybe it's not a family-friendly game, but it's not a hentai game. Honestly, any game that has a lot of dialogue as part of the gameplay loop needs to have an option to be rude as fuck. That said, there's a lot of heavy subjects here. So you've been warned, and the game will warn you. And the last demo I'm willing to show off to you today is called Moving Out. The main goal of this game is to move objects, by any means necessary, as fast as possible. It's Overcooked as a professional mover. You move all manner of things into your truck as fast as possible, hopefully within a fast time frame. It's also 4-player co-op, so you can imagine how crazy this game gets when it really gets going. And so yeah, it's one heck of a good time. I definitely plan on getting this game. Unfortunately, by the time this video comes out, the sale will probably be over already. So there we have it. 6 demos that I tried. And yes, I know that I said 5 earlier in the video, but you know, plans change. So what did we learn today? Well, we learned that there are plenty of games that are being made in all different areas of the world. This here being a showcase of independent Australian developers. and I hope that you give these games a shot. Some of these games have already been released, but others aren't released quite yet. In the meantime, I need to prepare for the next Steam Next Fest. We finally relaunched our Patreon page, so be sure to check us out if you want to support us. Promise we'll start doing exclusive content soon. If you like high-tech lowlife, you should subscribe and check out my other videos. And for more high-tech lowlife updates, be sure to join our Discord server in the description below.